I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. I'm just a nobody, trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody.
Hey Blossoms, welcome back to Words of Living Again, where it's all about encouraging, loving, and evolving. It's your girl Leela, and today, let's talk. So, last week I made a video and I said, is your peace God-given? So, let's get into the video. Let's talk about it, y'all. I was doing my hair, and I was doing braids, to be exact, for those that has been around. Y'all know I'm not lying. I had some braids in my hair. Boom. I was doing some braids, and you know when somebody just drops in your mind, like they just drop out of the blue. Like you're not thinking about nobody. You're not thinking about nothing really. And then the next thing you know, somebody's on your mind. And you're like, Lord, what is this? Where did they come from? Why are they on my mind? So then I began to pray. I'm like, okay, Lord, what's going on? Why do you have them on my mind? Like, I'm not trying to start no mess. I'm not trying to start nothing. Lord, what is it? You know, but you brush it to like, you be like, okay, Lord, I pray everything is well. But them be, you know what? Them be very transparent and be honest and transparent. I was like, I'm at peace. I said, I am at peace. I don't know why you done dropped this person in my spirit or what's going on, but Lord, you got it. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to cause nothing, else negative to happen. So instead of me being who I know I am and who God has called me to be, the gift he has given me, should I say, to check up on this person or to make sure everything is well or just go into prayer, I was like, nah. I was like, I don't know why they came in my mind, but I rebuked that. Lord, I rebuked that. This is me being honest with y'all. This is my, listen, I'm just being honest. And that's what happened. I was like, nah, I'm not finna deal with that. I don't know why you dropped them in my spirit, but I'm not doing it because I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying. I just got my peace. I don't know what's going on. So, God, you got it. Right? This is what I felt. But instead of me operating in the spirit or just being, doing things right, I was like pushed to the side and kept doing my hair. I was like, I'm finna keep doing my hair because I don't know what that was, but I ain't got nothing to do with me. Boom. He dropped them in my spirit again. I said, man, what is it, Jesus? I said, what is it, Lord? What is it, Jesus? What is it? Why do you keep dropping them in my spirit? Some of you may know, some of you may not. Why do you keep dropping them in my spirit, Lord? I'm really questioning it now because it's not something I could brush to the side, right? It's not something I could simply ignore at this point. It's like, no, right now, move on it, So despite how much I wanted to ignore it, had to be obedient because it was a feeling that I couldn't just shake off at this point. So I texted them and I was like, how are you doing? Everything all right? And I was like, yeah, we doing good. So by me saying that, when you watch this video, you know I'm talking about you. And it is. Anyway, so after that, I was like, okay. And I went and took a break from doing my hair. And I was like, Lord, what's going on? Like, what was that about? So then I just began to pray. I'm like, you know what? Lord, search my heart. I'm like, Lord, forgive me, because I don't know why I felt like that. I really thought I was at peace. I really thought that it was like, nothing. I really felt that I was at peace. I really felt that I was good. So it was confusing me why I was being affected in that way. But how many of y'all know, if you believe in God, sometimes when you don't even know how you have been affected by something, He can reveal it to you in the most innocent, loving way. And so even though I initially, innocently, truly believed I was at peace behind a lot of stuff, when the push came to shove for me to, show that, it wasn't showing peace. It wasn't showing peace. And so even then, I didn't recognize what was happening. I still had to pray. I'm like, Lord, show me, reveal to me what's going on. Lord, search my heart. Like, I don't understand, and then I went back to doing my hair. But sometimes God will, if you begin to just talk, right? If you begin to just talk, sometimes God will reveal to you that answer through your words, even the words that come out of your own mouth. Like, sometimes when you just begin to say it out loud and confess it, He will begin to reveal your answer through your own tongue. And that's what happened for me. For me, it was like it was so subtle. And it was like, as I was starting to pick up doing my hair again, it dropped in my heart. It was like, you got to be careful not to disguise pride as peace. And it was like, oh my goodness. Like, I was like, I got to share this with the world. Like, whoa, wow. Like, because baby, listen, when I tell you peace is something big for me, I have got this tattoo a long time ago. A long time ago. Infinity peace. That's how big it is for me. And I don't idolize peace, or I don't idolize peace. I don't worship peace, but peace is something that even in the word, we are called to live in peace. And so it's not something that I idolize, but it is something I'm not finna throw away and, act like I don't want it. I want peace forever in my life. And if you don't want to be living in peace, something needs to be worked out in your spirit, because you should want to be living in peace, right? You shouldn't want to be living in chaos. You shouldn't want to be always in drama and mess. If that's what you want for your life, you should really seek God for a new mind and ask Him to search your heart, because that's not something that is right. So anyways, so it dropped. I was just talking to him, and it dropped and said, make sure you're not. I said, I was speaking about pride. I said, ooh, pride is so sneaky. I said, pride is so sneaky, because sometimes people don't even know that they're operating in pride. Sometimes people don't even know that they're operating in pride. That's how sneaky it is. It can sneak up on you and disguise itself as peace. I was like, oh, I was like, dang. I said, Jesus, you did your big one. Because for me, in that moment, pride was really taking place, but it was disguising itself, or I unintentionally was disguising pride as peace. So it's like it just hit me. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy, And I have some notes here, but what I was led to say was like basically how I determined that was what had took place was simply because I was operating outside of who I know I am. When I can't call or I am, when it's not even just a call, but when I can't, or I'm questioning to check up on somebody that I claim that I love, what's going on? You can't be at peace. It's not peace, the peace that God gives. Let's talk about that, because I said it's your peace God given. See, the peace that I was in was me operating in my own will. Why? Because I didn't have to talk to nobody. I didn't have to talk to anybody. I made the decision up in my head that I am okay. I'm good. I don't gotta talk to nobody. I don't gotta, be around anyone. And that's not just the people who came into my spirit, but I'm talking about everyone. I'm like, I am good. Because if it keeps me out of drama, I can be alone, right? If it keeps my mind, I can stay at home, right? That's where I was feeling like. That's where I was. And I was like, and it was doing me fine. So I thought, so I believe. But if I truly believe to be a child of God, I can't isolate forever. I can't not be around anybody. That's not how he works. Okay? That's not how he works. Because God-given peace lacks nothing. His peace is perfect, lacking nothing. So God-given peace is me being in the storm and still at peace. Me being around you and still at peace. Me seeing you and still in peace. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to completely remove myself forever to call it peace. That's not peace. See, he gives you peace in the midst of the storm, not just on dry land. Nevertheless, I didn't mean to take it there, but hear me out. God-given peace will have you doing things your flesh don't want to do, right? You don't want to do it. But if you claim to be a sheep of the master, right? The master shepherd, you're going to do what he tells you to do, regardless of how you may feel, or regardless of what you think is best for you to do, right? So that's how I was like, you know what, Lord, I had to really self-evaluate, and I was like, wow, Lord, forgive me. Lord, I had to repent because I wasn't operating. That wasn't peace. That was pride. That was pride. That was pride. Why do I know it was pride? Because I was self-exhorting myself. I was making myself the one to say, God got him. And it wasn't no at peace God got him. It was, I don't got to worry about it because God got it. which to some is true, but be careful how you use that sometimes. Be careful how you use it sometimes, because sometimes you can make that as an excuse to not do what God told you to do. That's not peace. It's pride. Some of you may not like this video. I don't know who's going to come across, so some of you may not like it. But I'm going to tell the truth nevertheless. I'm going to tell the truth nevertheless. Be careful. Be careful what you do in the name of peace. Because sometimes it can affect the blessing and breakthrough God has for you. James 1:12, patiently endure testing and temptation. Patiently endure testing and temptation. Not avoid it for the sake of your peace. I'm going to leave that alone. But this is just my testimony. This is just my breakthrough. And I'm sharing it with you all so that maybe the breakthrough that you have been desiring is going to be given to you simply by self-evaluating and truly hearing what the Spirit says. Because the whole time you could be operating in peace, but it's really something else. It's really something else. But you name it in peace. Now, I am not the one to judge. Because I'm literally telling you my confession. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to be around anyone, because if I wanted to do it, I would have been doing it. But I was not, because I was at peace. I was finally at peace. I don't gotta talk to nobody. I'm okay. I'm good. No, baby. You're not at peace. Why? Because you're operating outside of who God has called you to be and what He has called you to do. When you are struggling to be obedient with what He has told you to do, you can't call it peace. Come on, somebody. This was my testimony. So that's why I said be careful not to disguise pride as peace. Be careful not to do it. It's easy to do. I was innocently doing it. It wasn't something I was intentionally doing. I wasn't trying to be living in pride. But my pride was done not in the same way people know that it's to be done. It was being done very sneaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't trying to be prideful. But the way it happened, it was revealed to be pride and not peace. So anyway, to sum it up, be careful not to disguise pride as peace. And always ask yourself, is this peace God-given? Is this peace God-given? Do I still have the ability to do what He tells me to do whenever He tells me to do it, with whoever He tells me to do it with? Regardless if they hurt you, regardless if they let you down, regardless if they betrayed you, regardless if they were your enemy at one point. Come on, somebody. You cannot limit or say, I will do this and I won't do that. I won't do this, but I will do that. Can't do that when it comes to Christ. If you say, use me, Lord, He gonna use you whenever and however he sees fit. He sees best fit to do so. And you may not always like it. But anyway, I just want to say, God loves you. Stay encouraged. Be encouraged. Stay motivated. Stay positive. And this is Words to Live Again. Bye. Nothing for me to reach out to somebody and check on them. It should be nothing for me to call on somebody and ask how they doing or any of that. Show my love. I've always been that type of person. So me not doing that is me now operating outside of myself. Not knowing that I'm operating in pride, because it's like I have now exalted myself in the name of peace to make myself feel like, okay, well, if they want to talk to me, they can. But see, regardless, I want some people to know this. Regardless of how much that may hold weight, like if they want to talk to me, they can reach out. If they want to say something to me, they can do this, they can do that. It's putting it on the other person all the time, right? Regardless of how much that may hold weight, if God has called you to be somebody, you not operating in who he has called you to be is causing you to miss the mark. It's causing you to operate outside of self. And in this situation, I identified what I was doing and how I was operating. Well, it was identified to me as pride, because pride was holding arrogance, foolishness, and ignorance. Really was like, okay, Leela, you know, because in reality, I'm thinking I'm at peace. I'm doing something for my peace, okay? This is for my peace, Lord. My peace, my peace, my peace, my peace, my peace. But was this peace or was it pride? You know? So I just want to share that with somebody. Like, make sure that if you're calling something peace, that is true peace. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that it's real peace. Make sure that it's God.
Just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save